Breaking news! Florida man spotted driving an 18-wheeler. Oh wait, that's just me. I've officially entered the land where gators are faster than Wi-Fi. Welcome to Florida. If you see me on the highway, don't worry, I'm not lost. I'm just here dodging some flip-floppers. Hello everyone, welcome to American Long Haul. This is Wick, and I hope you guys are having a good day. On this channel, we share tips and experiences about American trucking. Also, you can see the lifestyle of a trucker. My day started with first doing my pre-trip inspections, then showering and getting ready for the day. Afterwards, I fueled and headed out. It was a Sunday, so not that many people on the road. I was in Mobile, Alabama, and also there's a tunnel in Mobile, Alabama. You must slow down because there is a curve right before you enter the tunnel. The name of the tunnel is George Walls Tunnel, and whenever you are hauling hazmat, you cannot use this tunnel. I would recommend all of you to follow the warning signs and check the clearance whenever there is a tunnel. After Mobile, Florida state line is not that far, more like an hour or a little bit less than that. There is only 2 truck stops, Love's on exit 44 and Oasis Travel Center on exit 53. Breaking news! Florida man spotted driving an 18-wheeler. Oh wait, that's just me. I've officially entered the land where gators are faster than Wi-Fi. Welcome to Florida. If you see me on the highway, don't worry, I'm not lost. I'm just here dodging some flip-floppers. Just kidding. Alright, so here we're rolling into Florida, and the first thing you'll notice is the agricultural checkpoint. Every truck has to stop here, no matter what you're hauling. They're checking for produce, plants, livestock, basically making sure nothing unsafe gets into Florida. The first time I came through here, I didn't know what to expect, but most of the time it's quick. If your paperwork is clean and you're not hauling some restricted stuff, they'll just wave you through. Right after that, you hit the scale. Florida does not play around with the weigh stations. They especially want to see if your weight is legal and if your paperwork matches up. If you're new to trucking, always remember to check your axle weights before you roll into a scale, especially after fueling or after loading. I try to go to a CAT scale because that is the most accurate out there, because if you do get flagged down and they call you inside, you'll have to slot your tandems under pressure. I learned it over the time. It's always better to get your scale done. New drivers, please keep your logbook up to date and check your P's and Q's, because if you were to get pulled over, then you'll learn it hard way that it's not worth it. The officer in the scale house checked my credentials in his system and everything seemed fine, and I got the green light, so off we go. Once I cleared the scale, it was time for me to fuel up. I had already planned to fuel at the TA truck stop because I was getting the most discount over there. You need to know that Florida truck stops can get crowded real fast, so I like to fuel earlier in the day when I can. And one more thing for the new drivers, don't be that guy who parks in the fuel lane and disappear for 20-30 minutes. That has happened to me so many times. So please fuel, move up, and park if you need to go inside for anything, because it keeps the lane moving. And you need to know, sometimes people really are on a schedule, and it also shows the respect for the other drivers. Before I started fueling, the driver in front of me was looking for her phone, so I called it to help her track it down. She found it quick, and honestly, little things like that makes this job better. We all have long days, so helping each other out keeps the road a bit more friendlier. Even with the discounts that I get on my fuel card, it is getting expensive by day, because a lot of drivers or owner operators or companies out there trying to haul cheap freight and I don't know how they're surviving it, so please stop hauling cheap freight. After fueling, I always wash up. Between diesel, DEF, grease, and just touching everything around the truck stops, your hands gets messy fast. Keeping clean might seem small, but it makes a big difference staying healthy on the road. Believe me, I see all kind of people using restrooms and walk straight out, touch everything. So to such people, come on people, it's not that hard to wash your hands and keep it sanitary. It was almost afternoon and I was feeling hungry. Then I pulled over at a rest area for quick lunch. So if you're new, here is one tip. Always plan your meals around your day. Don't wait until you're starving because then you'll grab whatever junk food is closest to you. Eating better, even small changes really helps with energy and focus when you're driving for long miles. So keep that in mind too. Feeling recharged, I got back on the road, ready to put some serious miles behind me. That's the one thing about trucking. You settle into a rhythm and you start thinking where you'll be by the end of the day. But even when you plan everything out, the road always has some surprises waiting. So about 30-40 miles up ahead, I got the alert that I-10 eastbound was shutting down due to a crash and there was an hour delay. So I pulled over at a rest area to make the detour, because if you've been out there, you know how frustrating it can be for you to sit in traffic, because not only it will eat up your drive time, but it can mess up your delivery schedule, your rest breaks, and sometimes your paycheck. I saw that US 90 runs alongside I-10 almost parallel. It's just slower with smaller towns and stoplights, but it beats sitting for an hour on your wheels not moving. So I made the call to hop on US 90 and keep rolling instead of rolling straight into that mess. This is something I'll always recommend, especially for newer drivers. Don't make big routing decisions while you're still rolling. Take a minute to stop somewhere safe and look at your options. Because I remember one time I was stuck on I-10 right before Baton Rouge, Louisiana for almost 7 hours. While most people were stuck waiting it out on I-10, I was cruising down on US 90 making steady progress. It's little adjustments like that can keep your day moving smoothly in trucking. So after that detour, I was finally heading towards my delivery in Naples, Florida. On the way, I had to go through one more agricultural checkpoint and a couple of other scales. Pretty standard stuff, if you ask me, but it'll always slow you down a little bit. So it's good to factor all that in your route planning. You just really have to be really patient while you are a truck driver out there on the road, because you will see a lot of people out there who don't have any regard for you or any other human life, seems like. So I'm cruising down towards Naples, everything is smooth and I'm just knocking out miles. I'm traveling in the middle lane, and in the left lane there are no trucks allowed, and in the right lane there is a fuel tanker going. See this black pickup truck in the middle lane starts slowing down, and that's when the black pickup truck's game started. Whenever I tried to safely overtake him, he would speed up every time, and every time I came behind him, he would slow down. First, I thought nothing of it, but then he kept doing it once, twice, 3 times. That's when I realized that something was wrong with this guy. Either he's too distracted or he's on something. Now here's the thing, when you're in a car, brake checking is very dangerous, especially when you've got 80,000 pounds rolling behind you. It can be deadly. So I eased back, gave him some space, but every time I tried to pass, he would stomp on the gas and not let me overtake him. Just playing games. My heart was pounding because I knew one wrong move could mean a wreck, and I had my family waiting for me at the house. I stayed calm, laid on the air horn once to let him know that I wasn't messing around, but also kept my distance. After about a minute, he finally sped off. For the new drivers, road rage will find you out there. People will cut you off, brake check you, play stupid games. But you cannot fight fire with fire, especially when you're driving a truck. Here's what you need to do instead. First, you need to back off and give some space. Don't engage, so don't race, no tailgating, no chasing. Use your horn very carefully, just to be safe, not to argue with them. Also, try to slow down and let them go. Your goal is to deliver your load and make it home safe. Someone is waiting for you. And if it gets real bad, make a note or use your dash cam. Protect yourself legally too. At the end of the day, no load, no schedule, no paycheck is worth risking your life over somebody else's road rage. So stay calm, stay professional, and always make safety your number one priority. After that, I arrived near the delivery, but finding parking was a challenge. I circled a lot at Love's, but nothing was open. Eventually, I was able to find a spot at Flying J app, and the Flying J was just after Fort Myers, but I had to pay for it. That was fine, because I was ready to get some sleep. For rookies, here is the takeaway. Never push yourself to drive tired just because parking is hard to find or you'll have to pay for it. Sometimes paying for a safe spot is worth every penny. That's pretty much how my day went, from fueling, detours, checkpoints, and a little drama on the road to finally finding a safe place to park and get some rest. Some days on the road are smooth, some are full of surprises, but that's trucking, and every mile, every day teaches you something. In my next video, I'll be making the delivery in Naples. It's a small place, just 3 people had to unload my truck by hand. So it should be interesting to see how that goes. Make sure to subscribe and follow along. We're going to see how the day wraps up at the delivery. Thank you. God bless you guys. Peace out.